हर साल न्यू ईयर पे 10 में से 9 लोग रिजोल्यूशंस बनाते हैं, बट शॉकिंगली स्टडी शोज दैट 92% ऑफ द पीपल फेल इन अचीविंग देयर गोल्स. In fact, 23% of people quit their goals and resolution in the first week of January, and 43% of the people give up at the end of January. Even more surprising, only 9% of the people achieve their goal at the end of the year. So why do people fail? Lack of planning, unrealistic goal, or just lack of motivation? Or will you do something different this year? In today's video, I am going to share with you 3 scientific proven hacks that will help you to achieve and crush your goals in 2025. Number 1 is not setting hyper-specific goals. One of the most common mistake people make when they are making new resolution is that all of their goals are very unclear. Let's say for an example, I want to lose 10 kgs in next 3 months, or people sometimes make goals like I want to score 95% in my next examination. Now the problem with this type of goals are they are very highly ambitious. However, they lack clarity of how you will going to achieve all of those things. So for example, if I write down this all goals, that will be just an outcome goals that I'm trying to achieve an outcome, but there is no information of inputs available how I'm going to achieve it. So when I talk about this type of goals, what I really see is that all of these goals are just wishes that you want to complete or wishes that you want to achieve. And just because we haven't planned how we will going to achieve it, this leaves a lot of guesswork in the room. So when I talk about goals, I always look after what type of goals I'm setting for myself. Now, when I talk about goals, there are 2 types of goals that I personally feel that we really make. Number 1 is called input goals, and number 2, it's called output goals. Output goals are something that we have created just now. For example, I want to achieve 95% marks in my next examination, or I want to lose 10 kgs in next 3 months. These are called output goals because you are desiring an outcome from this entire process. But now the problem with output goals are they lack clarity, and also they put you in a lot of pressure. So I suggest people to rather go for input goals. So when I say about input goals, let's take an earlier example. If you want to lose 10 kgs in next 3 months, this is an output goal. You rather convert it to an input goal, which means that you are committed to go for a walk every day 30 minutes in the morning. So now that you understand what's the difference between an output goal and input goal and how they make difference in your perception when you are actually making commitment to yourself. So from now, if you are setting any goals in 2025, I would recommend you to really go for input goals rather than setting output goals for yourself. Now let's talk about number 2 that is most important in this entire video. When I say and when I ask you to write down your goals, you may feel that it's a cliche advice and all of people all over the internet always ask you to write down your goals. Research from Dominican University suggests that people who wrote their goals down were 42% more likely to achieve them. A similar study was published in Applied Psychology and shows the individuals who write down their goals have 42% higher success rate than who didn't write their goals. So both the study have similar results when it comes to writing down your goals. So my honest thought is, if I really want you guys to write down your goals, it really has a scientific reason. Now in the next step, I'm going to give you the most logical and scientific reason why writing down your goals can really change your perceptions and help you identify opportunities in long run. So when it comes to me personally, I always write down my goals in my diary that I always keep with myself. And this really helps me manifest, and my thoughts are always around those written things that I have kept in my diary. So you don't have to make it fancy and you don't have to do much. You can either create a vision board for yourself in your room, or if you really want to write it down, you can definitely write it down in a simple diary and keep watching it every morning or maybe every other week so that you know what you want to achieve and how you will going to achieve it. Now my last tip is called a red car theory effect. Now this point will prove why writing down your goals is so important. Now this theory really shows us how focus can change everything that we notice around our environment. So I have a story for you. Now imagine you want to buy a Honda car और आपको एक रेड कलर की Honda की कार 2025 में खरीदनी है. Suddenly you will start noticing Honda cars everywhere जो कि लाल कलर की होंगी. Before you probably didn't notice them, but now they are all over the place. जब भी आप ऑफिस से ट्रैवल करोगे, whenever you are going back to your home, you will start noticing red cars that is from Honda everywhere around you, because your brain started focusing on what matters to you. In this case, you want to buy a Honda car. That's why your brain has this entire preset in the mind to really look after Honda car that is red in color in the market. So the same thing happens when you write down your goals. When you have the written goals, your brain will automatically focus on the opportunities that will help you to achieve those outcomes. Another common example, if you want to start a business, or maybe you want to start a YouTube channel or anything, you will start noticing people or maybe situations around you where you can achieve those skills to really get started with your entire learning progress. So if in a simple way, if I want to tell you that if you write down your goals, it stick in your brain, and your brain will now work on identifying opportunities and resources that can help you to really achieve those goals. So now understand, when we talk about clarity, thoughts and writing down your goals, it is also important for us to how do we track the progress and how do we manage our time. Time is the most important resource you can invest and use it effectively. Now when it comes to me, I always manage a calendar. So I have created a Google sheet that will going to help you track 3 important goals that you want to write in the Google sheet. You can copy and download this Google Sheets on your end, and on your system you can write down your goals that will going to stick in your mind. I also personally use Notion calendar and Notion notes to really write down my goals and activities that I'm doing. Having a proper productivity tracker, let's say a simple Google calendar or maybe an action item, will really help you to achieve all of those actions during the year. So one of the most fascinating quotes that I have heard in my entire life is, if you're not changing, you're actually choosing. This is one of my favorite quotes because it's really put down a line and understanding that if you are not changing something, you are unconsciously choosing all those behaviors. So for example, if you want to get up early in the morning and go for a walk, if you're not doing it, you're actually choosing your sleep over your healthy lifestyle. So you probably is choosing to sleep and stay in the bed rather than going for a walk. So life always gives us options and we have a choice to make better decisions. Now, even if after watching this video you fail to write down your goals and you will go back to your same patterns, it will probably not going to make any sense. Even you have wasted your time watching this video, number 1, and there would be no output coming from your end. So let's summarize all the 3 tips that we have really understood in this video. Number 1 is to really understand input goals and output goals. Number 2 is to really understand how writing goals can make changes in the way you will going to achieve it. And number 3, tracking your time and managing your calendar. If I make sense in this video and by any chance you really like the entire content, please like the video and subscribe for more updates. You can also check my other videos that I made for productivity, finance and self-improvement. Till then, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.